All right, so since we in between actual trials and stuff like that, and I'm not really going to be reacting to trials anymore. I'm not going to put in the energy and effort to sit and actually record the trials as they come up, because most people can watch it on their own, and I don't really know if anybody is interested in my opinion. So what I wanted to do is just, as the trials come up that they're now broadcasting, I wanted to just read the story. I saw this one. Let me just put it that way. I'll tell you what my thinking is. I saw this one and I have no clue who, what, when, where. I don't know none of the facts. So in order to watch it, I wanted to see what the story was about. But when I went to it, I said, well, instead of just reading it myself, why don't I just read it like I do every other article? So I think that's what I'm going to do. As these trials come up, if I've never heard of it, I'm going to actually read the story. So that way you can decide if you want to actually sit through the trial and watch it like I'm about to. I have not read this. I literally just screen recorded it so I could go over it. And that's the other reason I just wanted to start by talking first. I want to let you know what I do is I literally just screen record my the stories as I'm not reading it, but as I'm going through it, and I just scroll with my finger. So that's literally, as the screen moves, that's literally me scrolling with my finger. I only say that to say, anything that becomes highlighted, disregarded. That's literally me and my fat fingers just holding the screen down. It's nothing of importance. And I just want to say that because as I'm reading it, stuff will be highlighted and it'll be random words or random pictures. And it's literally just me doing it by accident. So I don't want anybody to think I'm pointing out something or I'm giving some secret hidden messages or anything like that. But yeah, like I said, this one seemed like it might be an interesting one. I want to see the testimony because I think they lived. I don't know. I literally just barely surfaced, saw attempted murder. So I'm assuming the person lived and then somebody else was shot at or something like that. So either way, we're going to get into it. And that way you can decide if there's something you want to watch along with me or not. But again, I'm not going to be actually going over the trial. I'm just going to be doing news stories and maybe I'll do like verdicts at the end or something like that. But yeah, so hopefully this will be something you're interested in. And yeah, I'll see you on the other side. All right, I talked too much. So this is my third time. I'm going to get through it this time. Mental torture. Opening statements made in ex-Olympian Barisone's attempted murder trial. That man looks so sad. He looked pitiful. Is he okay? Y'all been rehabilitating him. I wonder if he's locked up or was he out on bail or something like that. I don't know. We appreciate you, Lori Comstock. We're going to say Comstock because that just sounds a little bit bad. This was written 16 hours ago. The case just started yesterday. Today, Tuesday, like the 29th, I think. Yesterday was the 28th. So I believe I'm right. I only know. Every man has a breaking point. And for former Olympian Michael Barisone, it came on August the 7th, 2019. Defense attorneys told a jury Monday during opening statements in the trial of the once thriving equestrian star on charges of attempted murder. I mean, look, at least he was a bad shot. People still alive. Let's start there. Let's start there with the at least. But I'm confused. If you was thriving and you know, was doing good and stuff like that, what was the problem? Why couldn't you take your thriving ass and go get some help? I just don't be understanding, like, when you have the means. I understand. Well, no, I don't understand. But I understand it's a little bit harder if you ain't got no way. If you feel like you know, and your pockets is like all of the above, if it's a little rough kind of thing. But if you got the means, why is you taking it out on other people? Go get your ass some help. Barisone's mental health quickly deteriorated leading up to that day. His defense attorney said when the 57-year-old used a pink and black handgun and twice shot Lauren Canarick. Yep, I got it. I know I got it one of them times. A tenant on his sprawling Long Valley farm and a dressage rider under his instruction. I don't know. That's not a word, but I did my best. See that right there? That was fat fingers. Ignore that. That was an accident. But can somebody explain? I think it's dressage because I want to sound fancy. Okay, yep, I think it's dressage. That don't sound like a word though. Okay, Barisone faces 2 first-degree attempted murder charges and 2 second-degree weapon charges. One of the attempted murder charges stems from a third shot police said Barisone fired that nearly struck Canarix. Am I going to sit on that? Canaric. It might be Canarix. I got to say them all day. Fiance, Robert Goodwin. Why couldn't you get married already, Mr. Goodwin? Because I can say your name and I could just say Mr. and Mrs. Goodwin. Y'all just got to be difficult. Okay, I see. Jury selection began on Monday 21 and concluded on Monday. I'm sorry. Jury selection began on March 21 and concluded on Monday morning before the trial kicked off in a socially distanced courtroom before Judge Stephen Taylor in State Superior Court in Morris County. Is it Stephen or Stephen? Stephen or Stephen? I don't really talk to people much, and I definitely don't see people's names, so I don't know how to pronounce anybody's name. I just get close. He would be Mr. Taylor, honestly. I'm going to be honest with you. I use the easiest name, and if I can't figure it out, your name is Sir or Ma'am. I ain't got no problem with that. Hey, sir, how you doing? Can we go back to the fact that this man looks sad? Why he look so sad? He looked like he posed for the camera just for this, and he was like, "Can y'all use this as a picture, just and just show the jury? Cause I'm sad. I need some help. Can you give me a hug?" I don't know, but he looked a little sad. He looked a little sad. He looked a little disheveled and some more stuff. They're all, in my opinion, alleged according to the stuff that I see. I mean, yeah, okay. Barisone has lost significant weight since his arrest and appeared frail and withdrawn on Monday. Wearing a white button-down shirt and yellow tie, he used several tissues to wipe his face and appeared restless, often looking at photos inside a small white envelope. Now I'm nosy and I want to know who the pictures was of. Was they of horses? I'm not making jokes. I promise I'm not fighting back laughter right now. I just got questions. I got questions because if you're looking at pictures of people, where was they when you see that was another fat finger accident right there? See them fat finger accidents? I usually cut them out, but I don't feel like it. I just want to know where was them. Whoever in the picture, where was they when you had your mental breakdown and you needed some kind of help so you didn't shoot people? Allegedly shot somebody. Edward Balinkus. See, Link. I see that. Bill Balinkus. I see. Edward Barisone's attorney advised the 16-member jury of 13 men and 3 women that his client had been mentally tortured by Canaric, and Goodwin. What was his first name? I forgot it. Balinkus. Oh, Jesus. And Barisone had called police a handful of times to report issues with the 2 tenants before the shooting. Barisone feared for his life and asked the responding officers for help in the days leading up to the shooting. But the pleas fell on deaf ears. Balinkus said. Couple things. A, you got the means to leave until you can get them evicted. But B, that don't sound like you had a mental breakdown. That seemed like you had the mental capacity to understand that you were sick and tired of their shit and some shit was going down. That's where I'd be like, Prosecutors on Monday warned the jury they may hear things about Canaric. Oh, I see I didn't add an extra one. They may not like about her misbehaving, but told them that is not justification to get shot and nearly killed. I don't know about that. See, I don't know. That right there, I don't think you can really tell me as a juror. That's why I'm not on nobody's jury. Because if you act a fool, you might... Somebody want me to be great and I got a phone call. But yeah, if you act a fool, it is a possibility that you could push me or others to the point where they either fear you so much or feel like some action has to be taken. And I ain't advocating for nobody to go nowhere. I ain't saying you got to leave the earth kind of thing. But you can't act the fool and think You can just get it. I don't know. So I need to wait it out. I need to hear what she did. That's where we at. I need to hear what she did. We are here because of the defendant's choice to get a gun, said Christopher Shellhorn. Oh, I think I got that one. Shellhorn. Shield. Yeah, Shellhorn. We're gonna stick with that. A supervising assistant prosecutor from Morris County. Barisone, he said, borrowed an unloaded gun from a client a few days before the shooting and made the conscious effort to retrieve it and load it before he shot Kenner. I mean, here go the thing. Let me just say this. I apologize for keep stopping, but I'm trying to do these one take, let the screen roll. If you feel like you need to protect yourself, ain't you going to take the extra effort to load the gun to make sure? I mean, I don't want to pick up no empty gun and point it at you and shoot you. Because if you hit click and realize I ain't got no bullets, you might whip my ass. Like, I don't understand. But okay. Let's get back to it. Shellhorn said evidence will show that although Barisone's actions may not have been premeditated, his obtaining the gun and using it was enough interference to prove his intent was to cause death. We're going to just stick with that because he is the prosecutor. The defendant was angry. He was furious and frustrated and upset, Shellhorn said. He was angry with Lauren and he was angry with Rob. He knew what he was doing was wrong when he went into that safe and loaded that gun. Why we couldn't stick with the other one? I can say Shellhorn. Balinkus. I hope that's how you say that because I feel retarded saying these names wrong. However, described a former world-class dressage trainer who had made a name for himself after suffering a horrible childhood in which he was abused and sexually assaulted. He found solitude, he said, in the equestrian community and worked his way to the top of his field. I'm not even going to comment. Okay. But behind the scenes, Barisone was struggling with anxiety, delusions, and suicidal thoughts. Balinkus, I don't know, said. At one time, he said Barisone tried to kill himself. See, people going to think I'm cold-hearted. That's why I don't be talking to people, because people don't need to know my thoughts. But, no, I'm not even going to say that because that's rude. That's rude. Hurry up and scroll, screen. Hurry up and scroll. I'm going to stop it and scroll myself. Balinkus is arguing insanity and self-defense and said it will be clear when two experts, a psychologist and a psychiatrist, take the stand in the coming weeks. I be just having little issues with these insanity pleas. I understand that, people be having mental issues. We all a little special kind of thing. But I be having issues only because if you can walk around in your day-to-day life and you got friends and family who act like everything is normal, I need everybody to keep that same energy when you go to court. And I can't really, like, especially if you live in life, you going out to eat. Like, if you can act normal sometimes and you got people that's close to you, and I got little issues with that. Like, you can't just pop up all of a sudden one day, do some bad shit, and then you crazy, but they was letting you live normal life out. Like, I'm not okay with that. Especially if you come at, okay. Barisone had welcomed Kanarik to his farm and agreed to train her. But she was instead on a path to destroy his life, Balinkus said. The lawyer described, oh my Jesus, Kanarik and Goodwin as people who lied over and over again and had changed their stories several times after the shooting. Kanarik, Balinkus said. Oh, after he shot her, okay. Found pleasure in destroying Barisone's life via social media posts, describing him as a deadbeat criminal who did not pay his bills. She spoke often about guns and about going to war. Blinken said, oh, okay. Oh, okay. You living on my property. See, that's another fat finger accident. I ain't mean to highlight shooting, but why you ain't just cut the power off, man? I would have cut the power and the sewage off. I wouldn't have paid none of them goddamn bills. You right. And she'd have got up out of there. That would have been the end of it. Now, I'm a little afraid because you talking about guns. I'm terrified. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'd have put up signs everywhere around the house. Protected by guns. I'd have got a gun too, but I'd have put up signs everywhere. And I'd have let her know, miss, you come anywhere near my house, it's going to be a firefight. It's going to be a firefight. So I'm going to need you to start making plans because you're getting 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, however long it take to evict. And I would kindly make my way, if I really felt unsafe, make my way elsewhere. You got money. You could have hired an armed security guard to house it for you. And I'd have left for them 90 days until she was gone. Man, see, the money is where I'll be getting at. You got all of these things that you can do because you can afford it. Like, so the excuse is kind of, but man, you're not going to be sitting up on my property. No, sir. I'd have took the roof off the house and be like, no, this is how I want my house now. The house you living in, I want no roof on this house. So I apologize. And if you would like to leave, feel free. We'll just get rid of your contract. You ain't even got to worry about no more. Oh, I apologize. Let me get back to the story. Belinkas also said evidence will show that Barisone was severely beaten by Karanik or Kanar, whatever her name is, and Goodwin before the shooting. Details that were not mentioned by either when police arrived at the scene. They also had their dog attack Barisone, who suffered multiple bite wounds, the lawyer told you. See, here go my, you must have really already been in your mental breakdown. If you thought it was not important to say, hey, I got my ass with both of them, jumped me. Do you see this shit? They whipped my monkey ass. And the motherfucking dog, Cujo, was out here chewing on me like I was a dog treat. Like, I'm going to need you to tell them. I'm going to need you to tell them, people. Because telling me after the fact, I'm going to look at you a little funny. I'm going to look at you. So I definitely need you to, OMG. Like, this right here is I'm glad I read the story. Because I was jumping to all kinds of conclusions. But I'm trying to tell you, I'm about to hurry up and finish this so I can get back to the case. Because now I'm invested. Now I got to see. See, I was going to show you all the pictures as I went along. I apologize. Let me skip through this. Several witnesses took the stand on Monday, including Washington Township Police Officer John, Wurtemberg. I like it though. Wurtemberg. I like it. I like it a lot, even though I know I'm probably saying it wrong. I apologize. And Corporal Derek Heimer and Morris County Sheriff's Office crime scene detective Brian Bailey. I think that's Brian Bailey in the picture. When I was watching it, I wasn't watching it, but I heard somebody spell their name. And then by the time I actually went back to the screen and was watching it, it was him on the screen. So I'm assuming that it was him talking. I don't know. Is this the end of the story? This might be the end. Hold up. Let me fast forward again. Okay. So, yep, that was the end. It was nice and short and sweet and to the point. You get an idea of what's going on. And I'm going to show you the video credits. Not the video credits. The video that I was watching. It was Law and Crime. I apologize. It's about to be sideways. But I literally was just showing you who I was watching in case you wanted to tune in as well. I'm also going to make sure I link this story in the description. Even though I just read it, I got to get them people their credit. Appreciate you again, Daily Record, because this one about to be a good one. It is not funny, but at least some people lived. But how dare you put your hands on me, sit Cujo on me, live on my property, talking about my ass, and then think I'm going to be all right with it. I still don't quite understand what he was thinking on why it was a good idea to keep them people there and just allow yourself to go even more special. I'm going to just say special because people don't really like the C word, even though I like it. It rolls off my tongue, especially when I'm talking about myself, because I'm talking about myself most of the time. Girl, I be all kinds of crazy sometimes. I say girl. People, I be all kinds of crazy sometimes. But I don't be quite this crazy. I know if you get on my nerves, I'm going to get the hell away. Bye, y'all.